Happening now, the latest following a suspicious death in Jamestown. Plus, the city continues its efforts to address economic recovery following the massive fire last month.
Well, we've still got a couple more showers to go through this afternoon, then one dry day. We'll talk about it next as the News at Noon starts now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
A criminal investigation is now underway in Jamestown following a suspicious death yesterday. Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. The Jamestown Police Department is investigating the death, which happened at a Price Street residence. Detectives say a body was discovered at 118 Price early yesterday afternoon. Now, investigators spent hours at that scene and are being assisted by the Chautauqua County District Attorney's Office. Additional information is expected to be released as their investigation continues. In fact, police tell us that they're expected to provide an update in this case sometime today, which we'll of course cover online at WNYNewsNow.com and in our mobile app. Well, a Jamestown man is facing charges after allegedly stealing a vehicle from the village of Lakewood this week. Lakewood Bus-Eye police allege that 27-year-old Cody DiDomenico stole the vehicle from a village employee. That employee, police report, spotted him driving that truck down the road before calling the cops. Police then located DiDomenico and returned the stolen vehicle. Now, furthermore, officers say he was found in possession of keys belonging to another vehicle that was reported missing from the town of Ellicott, which was found at the village of Lakewood and then returned over to EPD. Domenico was released yesterday following arraignment for grand larceny. Well, the economic impact of a massive blaze at a former factory in Jamestown is starting to add up for the municipality. WNY News Now's Christian Riethmiller has more on this growing price tag taxpayers may foot.
During this week's City Council meeting, city officials addressed costs associated with battling last month's blaze at the former Jamestown Royal Factory on Crescent Street. City Controller Ryan Thompson and City Councilwoman Kimberly Eklund led the conversation. Specifically, the two say overtime for the firefight and the cleanup brings a heavy price tag.
The entire demolition cost of that fire, which is probably upwards between $400,000 and $500,000, is the estimate Crystal gave us.
And we had 284 hours of overtime related to that fire alone. That extrapolates out to close to $20,000 in cost. We've expended 59% of the fire department overtime budget, so something to keep an eye on going forward.
Following the fire last month, we spoke with neighbors in the area who were impacted by the intense flames. One of them, Willem Weisner, says he plans to sue the building's owner, Peter Johnson, for the damages caused, since Johnson doesn't have insurance. At the time of the fire, security camera footage captured two juvenile suspects, a 14 and 15-year-old girl, entering the former factory prior to the fire. Those teens, police say, will face charges of second-degree arson in Chautauqua County Family Court. In the newsroom, I'm Christian Riethmiller, WNY News Now.
Christian, thank you. Cleanup of that site is slated to take some time as crews work to deal with asbestos left behind. Well, parts of Chautauqua County experienced aerial flooding this morning following heavy rains overnight. This was the scene in Silver Creek and Sunset Bay, where parts of New York State Route 5 was closed for several hours due to puddling waters. The National Weather Service in Buffalo issued a flood warning for several communities in the northern part of the county as well, with Doppler radar indicated heavy rain the primary problem. The hilly terrain there are also causing hundreds of low water crossing, which officials explain are potentially dangerous in heavy rain scenarios. They say if you come across a flooded roadway, don't attempt to cross it, but rather find an alternative route. We certainly saw that rain today. We thank you for joining us for WNY News Now on this Wednesday afternoon. It's great to see Beth, good to see Amanda and Wendy as well. Hopefully you all are having a good day out there. Let's get to Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by in the First Defense Weather Center with more on what we saw last night too, Dakota. It was a pretty wet afternoon and even into the evening a little bit.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, the storms came right in on schedule. We told you about late afternoon into the evening hours. We were going to see some showers and storms with the chance of those becoming strong to severe. And we had some damage across the area. A tree down here in the city of Jamestown from yesterday. And again, these trees came down because A, we had the gusty winds, and then 2, the ground is so saturated that when you add more rain on top of it, the water can't go anywhere, so it ultimately causes trees to become weak and come down. How about a tree on Interstate 86 near Exit 14? This was on the interstate yesterday, and several people ultimately drove kind of through this. Amy sending this picture into us yesterday, and this, I think, this should be like in a meteorology textbook somewhere. Steve sent us this picture in Dunkirk. Wanted to explain what this is, what you're looking at. You're looking at what's called a rain shaft here. And you'll notice right here and right there, this is what's called a rain shaft. It's basically a vertical column of rain that is visible at a distance. So that is what you're seeing, the rain coming down over Lake Erie yesterday near Dunkirk. And that was an amazing picture. That was, ready for it, Justin? Weather porn. There you go. That's what that is. And of course, if you have any pictures or videos of the weather, Hunters WX on Twitter, the First Defense Weather page on Facebook, use that hashtag MyLocalWX. And speaking about the rain, these are Doppler radar estimated rain totals. This is not how much rain has fallen. This is just radar estimates based on radar algorithms. Nearly over 3.5 inches near Silver Creek. That's where Sean had the images of the flooding. Almost 3 inches there in Silver Creek, 2.1 there in Erie County, 2.1 going into Cattaraugus County. This is where we had that flood warning that was in place. It has since expired. That expired at 10 o'clock. And this is just a radar loop over the past several hours. There was a flash flood warning originally issued for portions basically of the North County, and you'll see it racking right there, that maroon polygon, but they ultimately canceled that and issued an aerial flood warning as the flash flooding threat really diminished. And we do have some more showers and thunderstorms popping up through the southern tier. That'll be the case through the afternoon. 82, 67 yesterday, 95 and 40 are the records for today. Through the afternoon, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and thunderstorms develop. Those should be not severe and quite humid, 74 to 82. We'll get a dry day tomorrow, then the rain returns. We'll talk about it with that 7-day forecast later in the show, Justin.
All right, Dakota, we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes' time. Thank you. Well, New Yorkers will now have increased protections against spam text messages. Governor Andrew Cuomo has signed legislation expanding the state's definition of telemarketing to include marketing via text. Previously, under state laws, telemarketing was only included in phone calls, leaving text messages exempt from protections. Well, Governor Cuomo says the change allows for protections needed to keep pace with this new technology and adds that New Yorkers who have long been plagued by nuisance and annoying calls from telemarketers will see some relief. He claims that this new legislation will close any loopholes that were potentially affecting New Yorkers. Well, $200 million has been made available in food stamp assistance here in New York State. All New Yorkers enrolled in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP, are set to receive the maximum amount of food benefits this month. Governor Cuomo says that the pandemic has exposed glaring inequities in food assistance statewide, saying the benefits will help those who are struggling with food insecurity. Households that receive less than $95 a month in emergency allotment can now expect a minimum of $95 a month. Some SNAP households started seeing those benefits yesterday. Well, coming up next, the Jamestown Cruise In is preparing to return this summer. The latest on what that event will look like. And later, a Jamestown man indicted for escaping custody. What federal officials say about that escape, as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Located along the Amish Trail, the Randolph Retail Company offers a variety of clothing, jewelry, and gifts for any occasion. Offering uptown merchandise at small-town prices, our locally owned business balances quality and value. With complimentary gift wrap here at the Randolph Retail Company, we pride ourselves in personal service. Check out our Facebook page or stop in today at 127 Main Street, Randolph, just a 20-minute drive from Jamestown.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Have the best summer ever with endless adventures at Girl Scout Summer Camp. Financial aid available, open to all girls. For more information, call or go to gswny.org.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
After a year hiatus due to the pandemic, the Jamestown Cruise In is returning this summer on August 6th. The Jamestown Community Chamber of Commerce announced that news today. Working in partnership with the Dern Cobblers Automobile Association, the Chamber will host the event on Friday, August 6th from 5 to 10 along 3rd Street between Washington and Spring Streets. Now, regional collectors of classic cars, hot rods, and special vehicles will display their cars and trucks during that night. The evening will also feature live music, and the Babe Ruth World Series Committee will be selling hamburgers, hot dogs, and Pepsi products. Downtown businesses are encouraged to offer extended hours and specials as well. Cars can pre-register online through the Chamber's calendar of events at chautauquachamber.org, or you could register on site. All vehicle registrations are $10. Advanced registration is strongly encouraged. All cars must enter that cruise in at the corner of 3rd and Spring Streets, with check-in starting at 4 on 3rd Street. Will be closed at 3 for setup that day. A 35-year-old Jamestown man has been indicted for escaping custody. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Buffalo reports that Jensen Vasquez escaped from the Community Resources for Justice Lighthouse Buffalo Residential Reentry Center back in April. Well, Vasquez, prosecutors say, was serving a 5-year term there after he was convicted on federal narcotics trafficking charges in 2018. The U.S. Marshals Service took him back into custody on about May 21st. The charge carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison. Vasquez was arraigned and is being held pending a detention hearing for tomorrow. Well, let's make a deal on infrastructure. That's what lawmakers have been working on for months now. And last night, Senate Democrats agreed on a budget resolution worth $3.5 trillion. The proposal is separate from a $600 billion bipartisan bill to improve roads and bridges around the country, which is still in the works, but it could set the stage for Democrats to pass reforms. Everything from expanding the child tax credit and offering paid medical and family leave to potentially overhauling the immigration system. It's also expected to include changes to the U.S. tax code and would expand Medicare, adding coverage for hearing, dental, and vision, and put money into research and development, as well as other technologies.
Very proud of this plan. We know we have a long road to go, but we're going to get this done for the sake of making average Americans' lives a whole lot better.
Today, the president will try to sell this plan to skeptics at the Senate Democrat Party lunch, and he'll meet with governors and mayors about the infrastructure bill too. The bipartisan group working on it says they want an agreement by tomorrow. Not only are people excited for the Summer Olympics, but also the Special Olympics, which is happening next year. One Jamestown native is quite familiar with the Special Olympics. He has participated in many of the torch runs and will be representing USA in Orlando next summer. Elsbeth Meisner, with our news partner at WNY News Now, has the story.
Since he was a young boy, Justin Latimer has always enjoyed sports. And thanks to Special Olympics, he can compete in them year-round.
As a mom, to watch him participate and thrive, and like I said, it's not just the sport, it's not just the games that we are practicing here or competing here. It is a life.
Justin also plays a number of sports, including golf, right here at the Chautauqua Golf Club. Both him and his mom says that he finds a lot of supportive people here, and it really has helped him grow as he's gotten older. That includes floor hockey, bowling, hiking, and next summer he'll be traveling to Orlando to compete in bocce. He's been a part of Special Olympics for the past 9 years, and according to his mom, it's been beneficial for everyone.
Allowed him to have friends even after he left school. It's allowed me as a mom to have a community of parents.
His mom also coaches sports, which helps her support many young men and women just like her son.
It's all of us together showing them that they matter and that they're able to participate and that they have worth.
Not only does he participate in the Special Olympics, but also with the torch runs. One year he couldn't run in it, so local police officers pushed him instead. Another year, he cheered on the runners.
The pictures of the runners, and then I stopped for a second. And
so he was handing out waters, taking pictures. He participated. He just wasn't.
I just couldn't do it.
He didn't run. He didn't run in that one.
She said the best thing about the Special Olympics is that he has friends for life.
He's realized you have support.
Well,
do you have people there?
Yes.
Do you have friends? Friends for life, right?
Elsbeth Meisner, WNY News Now.
Oh, Elsbeth, thank you for sharing that with us. And he's got a lot of friends here too, Dakota. Excellent, excellent story. We'll be wishing him well as he enjoys beautiful Florida and the Special Olympics coming up.
He's going to rock it.
Oh, yeah. All day long, all day long. And you look at this community, I think it's incredible that, everyone really comes together and supports young men like Justin. And I'm excited to see what he does. And a lot of people, when they think of Olympics, they always think of, the big summer games. But
right.
There's a lot of awesome Special Olympics out there that I think really, really impact young men and women's lives. So it's great to see. Well, we thank you all for joining us here in the world of Facebook Live, and those of you watching us around the web as well. Let us know what you think about this story and more in the comment section down below. We always love to hear from you. It's great to see Donna, good to see Patrick, and Cheryl as well. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful day out there and staying dry, because as Dakota has been talking about, it's been difficult to do.
Yeah, the rain just won't give up. And you know what? There's been an old margarine commercial. I put this in Web Weather the other day. There was an old margarine commercial in the 1970s that once said, "It's not nice to fool Mother Nature." Well, it's not nice for Mother Nature to keep fooling us like this. Let's take a live look at the Salamanca sky cam, and rain is a-falling down there. 72 degrees right now with that dew point of 70, and expect these scattered showers to continue through the afternoon today, and we continue to add on to the rainfall through the month. 7.78 inches is the current rainfall total at the Jamestown Airport as of yesterday. We don't calculate today's rainfall until midnight when we get the official data. And so our surplus for the month is at 5.77 inches. We still rank as the 5th rainiest July on record, dating all the way back to 1895. That's when records started being kept here. And the rainiest of all time, still we keep mentioning it, was in 1902, where we had 9.12 inches of rain throughout the month. So could we have the rainiest July ever in the city of Jamestown? It's possible. We'll have to wait and see where we end up through the month, but we'll get one dry day tomorrow. Woohoo! Celebrate. It'll be a mainly dry day tomorrow, but Friday we bring a chance for rain showers and through at least the first half of the weekend. The second half of the weekend will likely trend a little bit drier going into next week as well. Hey, tonight, if you have a chance to get out and look at it, the ISS is going to be flying right over us. One of the ISS passes tonight at 10:18 tonight. It's going to be moving southwest to east-northeast. That's going to be the direction in the sky you have to look, and it's going to be visible for 6 minutes. And because it's going to be moving directly over us, that's one of the passes the ISS is going to make. You should be able to see it even if you just look up, because it should be bright enough in the sky where if we get the clearing, you should be able to just look up and see the ISS in the sky. So I highly encourage you to look at the ISS. It's really amazing when it passes over. You can see the ISS moving. So HD News Now Cam shows you a few breaks in the cloud cover downtown right now. We're perched at 69 degrees right now with a west wind of 13, but that dew point is still up there at 67, so that's still going to become the main driving factor. It's still humid, and we've got showers and thunderstorms still popping up for it. Now, tomorrow, the Storm Prediction Center does have the westernmost area under a low-end marginal risk. That's a level 1 on a scale of 1 to 5. And the main threat on this is even though tomorrow should be mainly dry, there will be a small chance for a shower popping up through the afternoon. And any one of those showers that pop up tomorrow could become strong to severe with damaging winds, the main wind gusts there. So let's take a look at First Defense Doppler radar. There's that shower that I showed you on the sky cam right there, moving eastward it's moving eastward north of Olean. That's where it's going to be passing. And you notice a few more development back to the west in Chautauqua County. And all of this is sparked because A, the high humidity, but B, we have a stationary front to our west or to our east. This is producing the rain. And look at all the lightning strikes back over to our west in Iowa. Lots of lightning strikes over there. That severe weather is staying away from here for today. So here's the newest run of Future Scan. Showed you those scattered showers and thunderstorms popping up through the afternoon. And then here's tonight. Mainly clear. So again, get out and take a look at the ISS if you can as it passes over tonight at just around 10:20 tonight. And then tomorrow, partly sunny on average, but you will see Future Scan bringing in a chance for a couple isolated showers. I put the chance at rain at 20% as you saw, and the reason for that is because the coverage is going to be very minimal. And then as we get into Friday, we all know the rain is going to be returning as we go into Friday and Saturday, but it should be mainly dry as we go into Sunday. So zone forecast, the inland areas today, much cooler than it was yesterday, likely mid to upper 70s, but the humidity is not going to make it feel any better with a passing shower and thunderstorm. Now the next 7 days of your life. Right here on the screen, 81 tomorrow, 77 tomorrow, and then take a look at Saturday, more showers, more storms, mainly dry Sunday, passing shower and storm, and then it should be dry both Monday and Tuesday as we head into next week. We'll take a break. Be right back.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing. After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this. You will find something.
You will find something new.
It's not just what we say, it's what we do.
Local first. It isn't just our slogan. It's our mindset every single day. So whether you're watching our daily live streams or staying up to date with reports on our website and mobile app, you'll always see the same attention to detail from reporters who passionately care about our community, who have one goal in mind, to always put the facts first.
For me, it's more than just getting the forecast right. What I love the most about my job is that I come into work every day to help break down the weather, letting people know how this is going to impact their day. We take pride that First Defense Weather is the only local weather team in the Southern Tier. We don't just copy and paste our weather from outside sources. Every part of our forecast is handmade right here in-house, something our team really takes pride in.
What matters to you matters to us. Every story, every day. WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Youths who are making a positive difference in the community were recognized yesterday through the Electric Youth event held at the Jamestown YWCA. WNY News Now's Mario Cosentino was there and joins us now live with more. Hey, Mario.
Justin, the event was put on by Chautauqua County Bright Spots and Hope Chautauqua. The groups honored several young people, mostly from southern Chautauqua County, who are committed to serving the community. The event's facilitator and community member Kate Ebersol says with the COVID pandemic and other obstacles in the past year, it is even more important to recognize these individuals.
Many times we only hear about what's wrong with our community, and we really, really need to hear what's right with our community and who's doing good, right things. And that's why this is so important.
Manali Spinoza was one of the Bright Spots honored at the event. She was nominated for the award because of her involvement as a tutor for the Chautauqua Striders.
I felt great. I felt like it was an honor, a big opportunity, because I've been doing a lot and I didn't really felt the support. And now today, I don't know, I felt that support from all the community and all the politicians.
Emiliak Perez was there on behalf of the Striders, and he says that it was Spinoza's desire to help others that makes her stand out.
She's always constantly trying to support her peers in different tasks when it comes to tutoring, even when it's just being a friend, somebody that someone will have to just listen to, and she's there for them.
Spinoza hopes to go to college after high school and one day become a politician.
I like being involved in the community, helping around with it, and I would just like to mark a difference in there.
To nominate someone for future Bright Spot events, Ebersol says you can do that through the organization Prevention Works or by contacting the Bright Spots Committee. Justin and Dakota, back to you.
Wow, that's incredible. We're talking about just such great kids here in the community. And as you mentioned in your package, Mario, it seems like a lot of these kids who were honored do a lot of work outside of school. A lot of days now it seems like everybody's just so stuck to their phones and they go home and they don't interact with their community. But to you, does it seem like a lot of these kids are involved in those after school type of things and really trying to give back?
Yeah, Justin, that was a really just one of the biggest takeaways I had from yesterday. There were a lot of people who had a lot of just tough things going on in your life, and they had to do work jobs. Some of them even had kids and just came from single family homes and stuff, and so they were disadvantaged, but they also just poured into other people, and it really is super selfless to do that, and at such a young age. It was very encouraging to see that.
Yeah, definitely is. And especially the fact that you mentioned some of them maybe did have some of those socioeconomic setbacks, and instead of falling into that, they battled through it seems like.
Of course, and right now with the pandemic and all the tensions going on in the country, Ebersol, who I talked to there in the package, says that this is even more important because these kids just have it a lot different than a lot of us had, but it's really encouraging to see that.
Right, and one of them may be even going to be the next mayor of Jamestown. You never know. She entered politics, so we'll definitely keep our eyes on that one. Mario, thanks so much for sharing this with us. It's really awesome to see, Dakota. And when you look at our community, I think it's just another testament to why this area is so great. I think we're a little biased, maybe, because we're from Jamestown, both of us are, but events like this, I think, really give those recognition to those kids, and I hope they take that with them and say, you know what, I can achieve it, and I can do whatever I want to do with my life.
Yeah, and I mean, I think one of the greatest things that comes out of hardships like that is the fact that you value hard work. And you understand that hard work is how you succeed in life. And you learn that work ethic, and that is that work ethic that carries with you for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. And I think when you look at this whole area, not everyone, in any community, not everyone is working hard. But I really do believe that there are a lot of people who give it their all every day. And it's great to see these kids. So good luck. And thank you for talking with us and for the opportunity to highlight your story. Well, that's going to do it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our free mobile app. You can download it in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We'll leave you with this live look over Chautauqua Lake. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.